Celtics, who actually went 0-2 to start the season after the loss of the All-Star Gordon Hayward, but they have won 14 straight since then. We're going to look now at their next 10 games. But Coach Brad Stevens has said, we haven't played well enough to consider this win streak valid, in my opinion. If you take a look even just at their next 3 games, they're against teams that haven't even cracked the 500 mark, so this streak very well could continue.
Yeah, I was at their shoot-around today, and Brad Stevens was adamant about this, that they have not played well during this 14-game win streak. He thinks they've been lucky to win a lot of these games. They've depended on their defense. But he said offensively they got a lot of work to do. Now, look, I think they're going to beat Atlanta tonight, but even if they somehow don't, I mean, the issues are offensive for them, not really at the defensive end. Defense, they're fine.
Yep.
They've dug a hole, at least a 17-point hole, in 3 of those wins, but still somehow able to come back and ultimately win, largely in part just due to their talent level, not necessarily due to because of that hole that they have dug. What, though, is going wrong in those stretches where they're falling so far behind, especially early in games?
Well, it's trying to find that offensive continuity where each guy knows that each half-court set, this is what we're going to run, this is what we're trying to get. And then when they get down by 17, it seems like they hit a gear defensively.
Yeah.
Then they start getting stops. Then it's wide open three, easy layup, follow-up dunk. Then you look to yourself, now they're only down by 5. And then we look at the stats, you say, wait a minute, those are all transition buckets, less half-court buckets. And I think that's the struggle that Brad Stevens is talking about. Now that Gordon Hayward's gone, we understand that. Who we run the offense through? Okay, that's Kyrie. But now they're starting to trap him more. And now Kyrie, the ball's out of his hands. The other night we saw Jaylen Brown step up. Tatum's been pretty solid, knocking down shots. But in the half-court set, when they play against good defenses, it kind of takes them out of their offense, and now it takes their defense to get them back into the game.
You mentioned Kyrie. He will at least start this game wearing a mask. Whether or not he finishes, you'll have to watch the game to find out. But you mentioned that defense. It's a league-leading defense per 100 possessions. Nearly 3 points ahead of the next best team, which is the OKC Thunder. Are you surprised that this early in the season that they're executing so well defensively because of the youth on that team?
No question. And, you know, I might be writing about this in the morning, too.
I like it.
Could be coming up. No, it is a surprise, especially when you're talking about a rookie in Tatum and a second-year guy in Jaylen Brown who's playing a new position, 2-guard. Now, there are certainly advantages with his length to playing 2-guard, but there's also disadvantages. I mean, you're coming off a million pin downs, you're coming off single doubles, and he is defending without fouling, 3D. That, to me, is the most impressive thing, is that he is making people shoot over his length. Usually young guys, they can't help but reach, and veterans know how to draw fouls. And he's not doing that, and it's a testament to him and watching a ton of tape and being ready to play, but also to their schemes. They've simplified some things defensively to make it a little bit easier for their young guys, and Al Horford is playing a huge role with that.